Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. William Ruto is in panic mode. State House is worried. And the government is on high alert because the Gen Zs have promised to occupy State House tomorrow. Tomorrow marks exactly 1 year since the Gen Zs managed to occupy Parliament and stop the finance bill. Will they successfully manage to occupy State House tomorrow? And the government is clearly worried. They've already closed all the roads leading to State House. The question remains, will the Gen Zs manage to occupy State House?
Kama italazimu nikuwe Mkenya wa mwisho kupigwa risasi kesho ili Wakenya wengine wasiweze kuuliwa siku za usoni ama kufanyiwa ukatili na polisi, mimi niko tayari kesho. Kama itabidi nikamatwe kesho nipelekwe Kamiti ili Wakenya wengine wasiwahi kamatwa kwa sababu ya haki zao za kujieleza na kutoa maoni, yani freedom of speech and expression, mimi niko tayari kesho. Kama itabidi nikuwe Mkenya wa mwisho kuwekwa kwenye Subaru kesho ili Wakenya wenzangu wasiweze kutekwa nyara siku za usoni, mimi niko tayari kesho.
Tukienda State House tunakufa. Ojwanga alikufa akiwa ameenda State House. Boniface Kariuki alikuwa State House. Si alikufa hapa. Wale watu walianguka na ndege India walianguka State House. Kifo inaweza hata kupata kwa harusi, mfupa ikunyonge, ukufe.
Natoka maandamano because there is a Kenya that I want, a Kenya where education is free, a Kenya where there is medicine in the health sector, a Kenya where the deputy president does not go around dishing out money. My money yenye nalipa nikinunua vitu za VAT kwa supermarket. A Kenya where everyone is responsible. A Kenya where a police does not shoot in front of cameras and go scot-free. And tomorrow I will be mobilizing my fellow Gen Z. We need to have a policy reform. Kama kuna askari ameshikwa akishoot mtu mwenye ni innocent hana weapon, that askari should also be hanged.
This is the last thing I want to say before I die tomorrow. They told us, go to school. Education is the key, they said. We sat in classes with no windows. We studied in torn uniform on empty stomachs. We believed them. Our parents believed them too. They gave everything. Sold cows, missed meals, broke their back just to see us wear that gown. And years later, here I am, graduated, jobless, hopeless. Turns out, the key only opens doors if your father knows someone. If your uncle is a big man, if your name already matters. And those of us without names, we stay outside, knocking, forgotten. Then they say, start a business. But even small dreams are not safe here. Kanjos will come, or even the goons they send. They won't just destroy your stall. They will scatter your future like trash. So, if I die tomorrow, maybe my parents will be given 2 million. Maybe that is more than I could ever give them alive. So, shoot me close range. Don't leave me like others, breathing but broken. Because in this country, we were told to dream, but never warned this would kill us.
And we're very angry. It's been 1 year. Tomorrow marks 1 year since Rex Masai was murdered. And 69 plus many more who were murdered all last year by the state while coming out peacefully protesting, asking for a better Kenya, for a better future. Not to date, not a single arrest has been made. Not one arrest.
This country is not safe. Not for people like us.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to talk about tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to define the future of our country. And the question which I want to ask in this video is whether this young generation will be able to achieve what their parents and their grandparents did not achieve.
Nobody is above the law. None of us is above the law. You cannot intimidate the police. You cannot use force against the police, or insult, or threaten the police. You are threatening our nation. Because these are our frontline defenders of our rights as Kenyans and of the right of this nation to be peaceful and to be secure. So, ladies and gentlemen of the police force who are here today, of the police service who are here today, I want to give you my assurance that as you secure this nation is going to make sure that you are also safe and your families are safe. I ask of every citizen and every leader to respect our police and to support our police to make sure that they secure our country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to talk about tomorrow.
We want to be clear that 25th June will happen, you like it or not.
The question remains, will they successfully manage to occupy State House? My answer to that is simple. They might not do it tomorrow. But one thing I can assure you, these people can easily spoil the party for William Ruto in 2022. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why personally I strongly believe that if William Ruto is not careful, he's going to go home. And the people who will send William Ruto home is not Rigathi Gachagua, it's not Kalonzo, it's not even Matiang'i, are this young generation. They will rally around a candidate, and that candidate will win. Before I explain all those, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I strongly believe that these young people will send William Ruto home in 2027? Number one is the game of numbers. William Ruto won the last election, in quotes, because he had the support of these young people. William Ruto is currently hated in the Republic of Kenya, courtesy of these young people. Why? Because he made promises to them. And I've been following some discussions somewhere where some people are saying that these young people will not vote. In fact, one of Raila Odinga's strategists, Makwiny, made some posts on his Facebook page about the numbers. This is what he posted. Let me just read for you something here, then I explain the numbers. He's saying, question, who are the Gen Zs and what is their political power? Did they have an impact in 2022? Will they determine the next general election? And it's giving us assumptions here that the registered voters percentage in 2027 is projected at 79% of Kenyan adult population, a rise from 65.4% in 2013, 77.9% in 2017, and 78.2% in 2022. This guy is good in statistics, so listen to him. And he's also saying, with political education, aggressive campaign, and voter sensitization, the registered 207 Gen Z voter are projected at 80% of their 2026 total population, a sharp rise from 35% in 2022. Then he's saying here, the Gen X and Boomers active numbers will slightly reduce in 2027 due to natural attrition, old age, and death. That is now the older generation. Findings, and this is what he's saying. Gen Zs had a 10.6% influence in 2022 and will likely double their political power to 23.7 in 2027. But it won't be enough to counter the millennials, the Gen X, and Boomers, who will still control more than 76%. Let us end it there. This is what he found, that these guys will control 23.7%. And it's also suggesting here, because he has some data here. Let me just get the data. He's saying that Gen Zs are between 18 to 29, millennials 30 to 45, Gen X and boomers 46 plus going forward. And in his own projection, the millennials 30 to 45 will be 42%. And is projecting here that the Gen X are 34%. Ladies and gentlemen, from these figures alone, and I want to challenge you, London, from these figures alone, the young people will definitely determine who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya in 2027, because they have 23.7%. Why do I strongly believe that they will? Because this figure, he raised them here to discredit the influence of the Gen Zs. And I want to assure him that most of these Gen Zs, their parents are in which category? Their parents are in the millennials and Gen X. That is the honest truth. And these are the people who facilitate these guys to go outside. They will influence their parents to vote for the candidates they want. Let us just assume that the elections will be determined between the millennials and the Gen X and the boomers. That would be around 76%. Normally, it will go half. So if it goes half, it will mean that this young generation, the candidate they'll choose, the candidate they'll vote, that is going to be the person who will win the presidency. William Ruto won against Raila Odinga with 200,000 votes. With just a slight improvement from the Gen Zs, William Ruto is done. That one I can assure you. So that's number one. Number two, these young people have something special in them. Their ability to mobilize. Their ability to rally themselves around a cause.
Kama ni kutua, then we are ready. Manze amewa watu wetu kwanza, yani tuna uchungu wale watu wamemaliza. Na pia tuko ready watuue. Kama atatuua pia sisi ni
vijana, kila mtu ako huru kuandamana. They have the constitutional right to go and demonstrate, peaceful demonstration. Kitu ya pili tunangependa kusema, yale ambayo rais ametekeleza is not enough. He is not being sincere. Kwa sababu angekuwa sincere, atungekuwa tunaona vijana wanauawa kila siku. Vijana bado wanauawa, wengine wanafuata mpaka kwa manyumba.
You go to a club, they are singing Ruto must go. You go to church, you meet them, they dictate terms there. I mean, in job spaces, they dictate terms there. This generation is actually blessed with that unique ability to rally themselves. Look at how these guys are rallying themselves on Twitter and are actually showing up. In 2013, I was the national coordinator for ODM youths. And one of the things we were doing was to use social media to mobilize people. It was not easy, but we were able to do it. Like we would just meet in Mombasa, people online. Actually, most of the people I met politically, most of them, we rallied them from online. But these people are doing it effortlessly. They're doing it effortlessly. And because of that, their ability, they dictate the discourse, like they dictated the finance bill. They'll dictate the narrative. They'll counter any propaganda with the facts. And because of that, nobody will be able to play with them. The place they'll be waiting is during the voting and vote protection. Because some of us in the last election, we were like, Raila was going to win. We were there, and that was the end of it. These guys are prepared. Number three, and this is why I challenge that Makulonde's statistics. These young people have the support of their parents, and importantly, they've won the support of the church. How will William Ruto win? How? If they have the support of the church. William Ruto has lost the narrative, he has lost the church, he has lost almost everything, even the young people. Now, these young people have the support of their parents, who always pray for them before they leave. Let's say you are a parent, you belong to the Gen X. You have 2 or 3 Gen Zs who are graduates. They're in the house. They've not gotten any job. And you have also retired. What hope can you give them? You will just tell them, my son and daughter, please go and fight for your rights. That's where your hope is. That support from their parents and the church is what will send William Ruto home. Number 4, these guys, and this is what I've read online, and I hear them talk about it. They say that they're not our parents, they're not our grandfathers who are being played with and being cheated around. In fact, the boomers normally say that, we even had Mau Mau, we had the multipartyism and the rest. But those were limited to few people. These guys are determined to achieve what these guys failed to achieve. And importantly, they have nothing to lose. What will a Gen Z lose? No job, educated, no job, cannot marry. You take, for example, some of their elder brothers who are in 40s, graduated ahead of them. As a teacher, you have a Gen Z who is 19 years. The brother is 40 years. Went to school and graduated. Still tamaking. Yeah, he's in college or just graduated. He's looking at you. Do you think he has hope that he will get a job? Can you even tell him that education you acquired is helping you? Why? Because they know that the system does not favor them. So they rather replace that system. And that's why I'm 100% sure. That's why I'm 100% sure and convinced that even if they will not occupy State House tomorrow, they will place someone at State House through the ballot in 2027. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.